Good morning, students. So we will continue the sample question paper revision. We were discussing the section A questions, which included at least 20 objective questions. So we will continue the same which are remaining. Then we will discuss that how and what category and what type of question you are supposed to do in your final examination. Okay, it is just like a practice, sample question paper practice. Okay. Now the question number 17. It is our matchup question and it is for 1 mark. Okay. In column A, category of person is given, and in column B, developmental goals and aspirations is given. As you can say, it is on the question and it is for 1 mark. Okay. There is just a category of person is given. Okay. In column B, development, mental goals is given, and it is for 1 mark question. 1 mark question. Here is landless rural laborers. Landless rural laborers. Okay. In front of this, the developmental goals is given more days of work and better wages. More days of work and better wages. Okay, as given. Now, B, prosperous farmers from Punjab. Prosperous farmers of Punjab. And in front of this, the developmental goals for prosperous farmers of Punjab is given in the question is availability of other sources of irrigation. Availability of other sources of irrigation. Okay. Now C, I am writing down the question. You have to understand that it is the given question for 1 mark. Okay. And how you suppose it. Anyhow they can ask the question. Okay. Although such type of question is not in your exercise book, they have just understood the idea, then they have drawn a matchup question for you. So the need is that you supposed to not be fix your mind that easy, that matchup question is very easy and they can be directly asked. They can prepare a situation and then draw any type of questions. Okay, so that's why I am writing this particular question on the blackboard. Okay, beta. Now, C is farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops. Farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops. Okay. Third situation, category of person. Now, the developmental goals which they have given in the question for farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops, they have given them in front of. For them, the developmental goals is assured a higher support, assured a higher their crops. Okay? And then the last D, they have given a rural woman from a land owning family. A rural woman from a land owning family. Land owning family. Okay. And for a rural woman which belongs to a land owning family, they have given the developmental goal is regular job and high wages. Regular job and high wages. High wages to increase her income. Her income. Okay. So they have given the four category of person which are economically or gender wise different, and for them they have given the different developmental goals, that how these different category people can improve their economic condition with the help of different particular developmental goals. Okay, so it is a question. Now first of all you have to understand what is all about the question. Math question is just not only that, okay, and this for this and as you do in the previous classes. Here the need is that you have to read the question. It seems very easy. It is a matchup. Okay, it is a matchup and it is only for 1 mark. But still for 1 mark you have to understand what is all about the question. What is developmental goals? Why we are selecting for A, the third option. I am just giving the example. The first is the need that don't think that if a question is only for few marks or less mark, 1 mark or 0.1, 5 mark, doesn't matter. It requires so much of thinking ability, and the need is that first of all you have to understand what is all about the question. According to the question, they have given in column A category of person. They are A to B. They are different category person. Okay, and in developmental goals in the column B, they have given the different developmental goals and how they can improve their condition. Now, see, if we talk about landless rural laborers, the laborers who are landless, who is not having their own piece of land, they work for agriculture activity on the others people land. Okay, so for them, what will be the suitable developmental goals? Yes, what's your name? I am saying something. I am asking something. There is no need to turn your pages because I have written the question on the blackboard. He is turning the pages. Do you know what I have told? Now, a person, a labor, or the laborers who are landless, how we can improve their economic condition with the help of these four developmental goals. What particular development goals will be suitable for landless rural laborers? Now read and tell me and give me the reason. You will select which option among first, second, third, fourth for the A. Yeah. Tell me which option will be suitable for the landless rural laborers. Tell me. Don't bother your mind whether it is wrong or right. Just give me, just think. I want that how much you can think. Just only not do the work. It is not easy to get the 1 mark. Yes. You tell me. You tell me. Which option among first to fourth will be correct for A, landless rural laborers? Sorry. Sit down. Yes, you.
First.
Yeah, landless rural laborers, they have to be assured of higher support prices for their crops. That if they are not having land, at least wherever they are working as a labor on the other people field, at least it should be assured, it should be guaranteed that they will be having higher support prices for their crop. Whatever crop they are producing, they will get a higher support prices. Okay, why it is correct, I will tell you. Why the another is not correct. If you will select that we can improve the developmental goal, we can improve the economic condition of landless rural laborers with the help of regular job at higher wages to increase her income. So student, here her is mentioned. Use your common sense. And here we are talking about the women in the D portion. At least common sense you can utilize here. Yes or no? Here they have used the laborers. It involves male and female both. And in the fourth option it can't be suitable for the A, as here they have mentioned one particular woman, her. They have used this position, her. It can't be suitable for the A. Getting my point? Second thing, prosperous farmers of Punjab. What they need? They are already prosperous. How we can set that for them a proper developmental goals? What they need? The prosperous farmers of Punjab. It is redacted. Okay? Now you are having 1, 2nd and 4th option. It is so easy. They are already prosperous. We get so much of crop production from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. They are already prosperous farmers. What they need? We want more and more production. So if we want more and more production, what type of facility we must have? Availability of other sources of irrigation. Yes, it is the correct. So for B, second will be correct. The need is only to understand what is all about the question. What is the meaning of the question? Why you are selecting that? How we can develop a developmental goal for the prosperous farmers of Punjab. It means rich, who are not workers or the labor. They are rich farmers. So for them, we need to make the availability of the other resources, and among them irrigation is utmost important. If we are talking about agriculture, then you know land, seed, fertilizer, pesticide, okay, and first of all irrigation, water supply. Okay. Now the third, farmers who depend only on rain for growing crops. What will be the correct developmental goals for them? More works, days, more days of work and better they need, because if they are dependent only on rain for irrigation purpose, so what will they do if there will be no rain? Their harvest will not be prepared. Okay, then but they have to eat food, they have to support economically their family. So at least there should be one option. There should be one set developmental goals for such farmers who depend totally on the rain, that they will be having the alternative days of work when there is crop failure, and it will be the more days of work and better wages, where they can save money and they can also run their family. Okay, the last, only one, it will be correct. And you can see that how they have given the four, a rural woman from a land owning family, and in front of this they have given the correct. This is all about the question paper of board. You will not see such type of arrangement of question in your home examination. We always give in a wrong order. They have set 3 in a wrong manner and the 4th they have given the correct, where the student get watch the video. If they are not serious in the class, then how they will be serious when they watch the video? There are so many things. If you are coming to school, it will be beneficial to you. You will not having any harm, or you can say loss. There is no loss for that. Definitely you will get something. Okay, and it is only 1 mark question. How much time you will give for 1 mark? But still, it requires so much of presence of mind plus concentration in the paper. Getting my point? Then you will get 1 by 1 mark. Otherwise, 0. That's why it is examination. Okay? Now the next question. It was a 17 number question, and now I will read the next question of this sample question paper. It is just like a practice. Okay? Anything can be asked. Now these questions belong to economic section. Okay? Yeah. Now I am giving the 18 question because this is the category of economics. Now question number 19. Suggest any one way to create employment in semi-rural areas. So first of all, you should be very much aware that what is semi-rural areas. Can anybody tell me? Semi-rural areas. Semi-rural areas. Anybody knows what is rural area? Okay. Now they have done semi, which is not purely rural and which is not purely town area. Little bit of developed area. Okay, not purely town, but not purely village, which is little bit of rural and little bit of developed like a town. So, can you say 1 mark question? Suggest any one way to create employment for the semi-rural areas. We have to give any one way. Here, the people who live in semi-rural area, they can having the option, they can having the opportunity for the employment. And you have to give only one suggestion. Give me one suggestion for the employment purpose, how you can develop semi-rural areas of India. It's so easy question. And you all have come for the revision purpose. They are the basic question. So easy question. Tell me how you can. What will be the reason? It is so easy that in semi-rural area we can start any small scale industry employment which involves the making of jute, paper products, bags. We can also start any, you can say, edible things like pickles, homemade pickles. We can start any small scale industry which is made just like a making of toys, basket, jute baskets. Here, these are the things which are not so much. We are talking about the semi-rural area. We cannot say that we can start a multinational factory, company. No. At a grassroots level, we can start any self business which are known as a small scale industry. Okay, and cottage industry we can start. Okay, and it involves example making of jute bags, jute paper, sacks. Okay, and homemade ingredients like spices. Very good. And this is also papad. Okay, yeah, in Rajasthan, it is famous for worldwide. The achar, pickles, and the papad. So many things which we can start from the lower budget. Okay, where there is no need to start to be having a lot of money. No, you can start from a small amount of money. Okay, here what's tough in it? Next question. How is GDP calculated? Can anybody tell me how you calculate GDP? You have to write down the formula plus the definition. What is the formula by which you can calculate GDP? It is an economic question. Okay. Next, the option with this question is, how is public sector different from private sector? One difference. 1 mark, one difference. But how you will present the answer? You will write down section A, which is already mentioned in the answer sheet. Then you will write down answer 20. Okay? Because in 20 question you are having option. First is, how is GDP calculated, or how is public sector different from private sector? And 1 mark. It means one difference you have to give. So you will write down answer 20, then public sector, then divide, and then private sector, and only one difference. Yes. How public sector is different from the private sector? The basic question. What is the definition of the public sector and the private sector? This is your revision. Now section B. Section B involves extract ways or seen passages. Okay, as I have given you. Okay, and it is for 1, 2, 3. It is for 3 marks. Okay, here they have given section B 21 question. Read the sources given below and answer the question that follows. Okay, and then they have drawn 1 mark questions, and then they have started the question 3 marks question. Getting my point? Now section B. You all are requested to listen what I am going to read. On the basis of listening, I will ask you question and then you will have to give me answer. Listen carefully. Sources. The movement in the towns. The heading is the movement in the towns. The movement started with middle class participation in the cities. Thousands of students left government controlled schools and colleges. Headmaster and teacher resigned, and the lawyers gave up their legal practices. The council elections were boycotted in most provinces except Madras, where the Justice Party, the party of the non-Brahmins, felt that entering the council was one way of gaining some power, something that usually only Brahmins had access to. After that, I will ask you which chapter this paragraph belongs to. Continuing. The effects of non-cooperation on the economic front were more dramatic. Foreign goods were boycotted, liquor shops picketed, and foreign clothes burnt in huge bonfires. The import of foreign clothes halved between 1921 to 1922, its value dropping from rates 102 crore to rates 57 crore. In many places, merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods or finance foreign trade. As the boycott movement spread and the people began discarding imported clothes and wearing only Indian ones, production of Indian textiles and handlooms went up. It is all about the passage. When you are supposed to write down to start section B, what you will write down in block letter? Section B. Answer 21.1, because they have given in such a manner. 3 questions. 21.1, 21.2, 21.3. You have to write down in such a way. Can anyone tell me this extract has been taken from which chapter? Yes? Speak.
Nationalism in India.
In history, nationalism in India. Thank God. Sit down. Now the first question. Explain the role of Justice Party in boycotting of council elections. What was the role of Justice Party in the boycotting of council election in India? Now it requires more pages of reading, because in this extract the answer is not given. Second, how was the effect of non-cooperation on the economic front dramatic? How? It was dramatic. What do you understand by the term dramatic? Which seems that it is not real. It seems it is only drama. Just it happens in the movie. Yes or no? How? You have to give one reason, explain the effect of boycott movement on the foreign textile trade. How the foreign textile trade get influenced or get affected with the boycotting movement. 3 questions, 1 mark, and the solid answer is required because here you are not supposed to write on the theory so much, only limited words with the authentic and the proper content. Then only you will get the 1 marks for each answer. Okay? Now we will talk about 3 marks question. The question paper is not tough, the sample question paper, but it requires that how much you understood when you are doing study. Getting my point? That's why it is a practice of sample question paper. For 3 marks question, the first question, 22 question is explain any 3 effects of population growth in England in the late 18th century. The option is also why did the export of Indian textile decline at the beginning of the 19th century? Explain any 3 reasons. You are having 2 questions, internal choices, and each question for 3 marks. Okay, it is section C. So you have to explain any 3 effects of population growth in England in the late 18th century. What was the effect when the population grew in a rapid manner in England in the late 18th century? What was the result of it? The rest of the England or the European nation. It was very easy. I had remembered. The one thing I can share that you are not watching the video and at the same time you people are not reading the chapters. What was the reason? What was the 3 effect? When the population increased in England, what was the effect of increasing population in England in 18th century? What was the effect? When the population increased, first of all, there was the need of rapid increasement of food production. How could you forget? That's why they compel the farmer to produce more and more crops. The farmers tried to produce more and more crops, but they were not cope up with the situation as the population increased in a very rapid manner. The food prices increased because the consumer are more than the availability of the food items in the market. How could you forget? These were the effect. Because you don't read the book. You don't watch the video. You have to revise the chapters in such a manner and you have to purchase the sample question paper also from the market. There is a booklet of sample question paper, 160 rupees. You have to practice with the help of sample question paper at least last 5 years. The variety and types of questions will be in your mind and you will read them. Okay?